Good morning, class. Today we are going to see the algorithm and the program based on the stack. Now, let us see first the algorithm. Understand the algorithm. What does the algorithm means? Now, algorithm is a step-by-step procedure. This is just a raw procedure that we show for the every program before we write the coding. Now, here if you see, we have a stack is where the it is a place where you are going to enter the elements in the sense whatever data you wanted to enter it into this stack, you have to use this stack pointer, and this data item has to be pushed inside the stack. Okay, a stack is a place where you are to put the data. Now here if you see how to find it out that the stack is overflowing. Okay, now if you have here, if sp is equals to size. Now sp is what? Sp means a stack pointer display. Then if it is equal, if the size, now suppose you have given the size of the, suppose the memory is 5 and you have already entered the 5 element into it, so that's mean there is no more space that where you can enter the new element into this stack. So in that situation it will be considered as what? Stack overflowing. And here what, how you can increase one by one. Okay, how you can put the element one by one, that is, suppose if it is 0, then in 0 address you are entering the element, suppose 5. So that is first time the value remains the same, so you are entering the first element. Second time what has to be done, you have to increase one value, means you have to move on to the next pointer. So in order to go to the next pointer, you have to use the process as sp plus 1. That's when you are increasing, that is 0 plus 1 equals to 1, so it will move to the next. It is just like a similar concept like array. If you remember that how we are using a for loop, how we keep moving the pointer from one memory, one array to the other array. Okay, so that is how we are using it here. So here once it finds a space, what it will do, that will it will push the element. So this is the formula to push the element. So suppose here it is 1 stack, now number becomes 1, so what is that element? You can enter inside. Okay, so next is your pop is to make the element, make the pointer empty. Now if it is overflowing, if you wanted to enter a new element, that's when you have to empty this space. So in order to empty this space, you have to use this formula. That is, first one, if sp is equals to null, then that's means stack is underflow. Underflow means if the memory is null, that's mean obviously it is underflow, that you can enter some more element into it. So here this is how we write. If sp equals to null, then it is underflow. Then what you can do, you whatever element you wanted to enter and where exactly where you wanted to enter the element, that will be mentioned here. Okay, whatever address you give, whatever the index address that you have, that is 0 1 2 3, wherever the memory is empty, it will empty that. Okay, and then you can enter a new element. Then using this formula down this formula, you can just enter the new element that you have. Now let us see this program that is there using a stack operation. Now here we have got how many, what is the size of the array that we have given? 20. That's mean there are 20 elements that you can store, and this for loop we are using in order to specify exactly in which index number which element you wanted to store into it. Okay, now here we have, first time we are having the stack value I is what? 0. Now if you see here, this is the place what it is starting with 0. So what is that? 0. And sp equals to minus 1 means, this means that the stack is empty. Sp equals to minus 1 means the stack is empty. Now we are ready to enter a new numbers into it, a new element into it. Okay, so void, let us start the first one, that is push data. Now push 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 data, you can see here what is the formula in your algorithm that is given, that is sp equals to n minus 1. That means you have sp equals to, if you see the algorithm, you have, if sp equals to size, that's mean you have sp equals to n minus 1. That is what it is indicating, that is stack overflow. Then what you have to do, you have to increase the sp equals to if you see the algorithm, next part is sp equals to sp plus 1. So here how we are doing, in the program we are using sp plus plus. Okay, so sp equals to item means you have to enter the item. Now if it is overflowing in the sense it is full, so you have to empty it. So using this formula in the program we have to give both the thing in order to enter the element and as well as in order to empty the space. So sp equals to -1, that is stack underflow in the sense we have to make the space empty, so that is sp minus minus. Okay, so we are going to go upward. Okay, upward or downward, so that is the process we are using it in order to empty the space in the stack. Now this is just to display the number of element that is present finally in this stack. Now here is a illustration that is given. Now first time what it is, -1. Okay, so how many stack pointers we have? We have 5 stack pointers, means we can enter 5 elements into it. Now then the first one, what is the element that you are pushing it? Okay, that is the 5. Then second one is 8, 12, 18 and finally 14. Then finally if you wanted to enter the sixth element, you can't enter because what it will show you, stack overflow, because there is no more space where you can enter it. Now in order to enter the sixth one, what you have to do, we have to do the pop-up function. Okay, that pop-up function will be automatically done since you have given both the coding in the same program, so it can automatically be done. So pop-up here, what it is, pop an element from the stack. So pop the element from the stack means we have to remove the first element that is there at the topmost, that is fourth one. Why we are not going for the 0? Because what is this stack? First definition we have seen that the stack follows what kind of concept? Last in first out concept. Okay, so it is used for the last in first out. So here we have got this one empty, and then next is your, like that similarly you have to simultaneously keep on deleting. So once the element is deleted, it will show you the stack is underflow in the sense there is all the space are empty. Now it is ready to enter a new elements inside it. Okay, so this is how the concept goes on in stack program. If you see the algorithm and if you see this, first you have to understand the algorithm, then easily you can do the programming based on the stack operation. Okay, so algorithm is very simple. First you have to see what is the sp size. Suppose if it is 5, then it will show that the stack is overflow, and it will increase. If you wanted to move entering the element one by one, then the sp, the pointer will keep increasing, so that till it reaches till 5, and it will enter the element using this formula, that is stack sp equals to item. So here you can see the program is nicely given here, that is if this is the first part. Okay, sp equals to n minus 1, that it is to show that the stack is overflow, and then increase and then put the element. Then next is your pop-up, and then finally this part is used for the display. So that's all about the algorithm and the stack program. Okay, next class we are going to see is about the types of arithmetic expression.